So in this video we will learn about a new component. It's called refresh control. Refresh control is basically a component which we can use with scroll view or list view to add pull to refresh functionality. I'm sure you have all seen in real-time application when you have a list on the screen and you pull the list, or we can say that you can scroll from top to bottom, then there will be an activity indicator on the top of the screen just below the status bar, and after some time, after few seconds, you get the new data from this server. So this type of functionality we can achieve with refresh control component. So create a React Native project and open it in Visual Studio Code and run it on either iOS simulator or Android simulator. I have already opened the iOS simulator. So first of all, let me just import text, scroll view, and refresh control. We'll be using refresh control component inside the scroll view. Let's say scroll view. In this scroll view, we have a prop called refresh control, and inside of it we'll be using refresh control component. Refresh control component basically have two props. The first one is refreshing. Refreshing basically takes boolean value. First of all, let me just set it to false first, and the second one is on refresh. On refresh, in on refresh props, we basically provide a function which will called when user pull the list. So let me just first of all change the background color to, let's say, yellow, so you can know the differences clearly. Let me just set it to true, and when I press it, as you can see, this is our activity indicator. Let me just put a text here also, pull to refresh. Okay, so first of all, let me just create a state which will take care of this refreshing value. Refresh, on, refresh. By default, it will be false. We'll be using that value over here. Disappear because the by default value is false. So let me just create a function const, let's say pull me. When user pull the list, first of all we set the refresh value, sorry, set refresh to true, then we set timeout. Let's say after 4 seconds, 4000 milliseconds. So when we call this function, the refresh state change to true, so user can see the activity indicator. Then after 4 seconds we will set to false again. Let me just save it. And here we will pass that function on refresh. Pull me. Let me just save it. So now what we have done is we have created a state called refresh, and by default value is false. And in scroll view we are using refresh control component, and refreshing value is refresh state, which is false by default. And on refresh event we are calling the function pull me. In pull me, when pull me called, we are setting this refresh state to true, so that user can see the activity indicator, and after 4000 milliseconds or 4 seconds it turned to false. So we can assume that user gets the data. So let me just save it, and when you pull down, as you can see, it stay for the 4 seconds. Let me just increase this. Let me just increase this to 10,000 milliseconds, which means 10 seconds. Let me just pull it. As you can see, it works perfectly. So in our future videos, when we learn how you can fetch data from the API in React Native, we will be using this refresh control component effectively. There I will show you how you can use it properly in real-time application to fetch the data from the API, and it takes some seconds to refresh the data, and in the meantime user will be showing the user this activity indicator. So thanks for watching it.